Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, we are headed oot and a boot. We got a bunch of things to do. We got some stuff to talk about. But before we get into all that, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Got a lot to do today, y'all. We got to go. So it's time for my 40,000 mile checkup. I got to go and get my mammogram done. And I need to go by the Walmart. And y'all stop laughing. I know this isn't real Walmart. This is incidental Walmart. Did something just fly by me? This is incidental Walmart because we've talked about this before. Y'all know that I'm a lady of a certain age, and we lady of a certain ages have certain things going on. And we talked about some menopause-y things before, and that I have night sweats, hot flashes, whatever. And that they're pretty well under control. Well, they've been a little less under control here recently. And I have read some articles about some things you can eat, like things you can incorporate into your diet that have been known or shown or studied or whatever to decrease hot flashes. So I'm gonna try some of those. So I've put in an order at the Walmart, and I'm gonna go pick it up. So we'll look through those. Okay, let me slow down. I'm a little like this because I have to drive downtown, which it's downtown Duluth, y'all. It's like driving through a neighborhood in most cities. But anyway, I don't like to do it. I wish I could have the intern drive me every time I have to go downtown, but apparently I have to be a big girl and drive myself, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so I'm going to go by and pick up my Walmart after my mammogram, and we'll talk. So that's what we'll do. Once I get the Walmart, we'll talk about all that and what the things are and what supposedly the studies show them to, like how they show, good Lord, what am I saying? How the studies show that these things like positively affect hot flashes, or I guess adversely affect hot flashes because they make them go away or make them get better, whatever. So got to do that. And now I'm going to get my mammogram. Now, y'all, let's talk about that for a little minute. Some folks will maintain their cars, right? They'll get their oil changes and get their tires rotated and get their 40,000 mile checkups or whatever it is you do to a car. Obviously, the intern is in charge of all that on my car because I have no idea what those things even are. But, there are folks who will keep their hair up and get their highlights and have their nails done and have their makeup all tight and won't get their personal body maintenance done, won't get mammograms, won't get colonoscopies, won't get prostate checks. And y'all, I realize I'm crossing gender boundaries here, that women don't have prostates, and for the most part a healthy man doesn't have to have a mammogram. But y'all, these are all preventative maintenance things, right? And I'm saying them kind of like in jest, kind of tongue-in-cheek, but they're all preventative maintenance, and you got to do it. You need to do your preventative maintenance because some of these things are simply tests, right? A mammogram is just a test. And I believe whatever they do to your, I'm gesturing in an unfortunate way, whatever they do for a prostate exam, I think it's just a test, like it's not corrective. But a colonoscopy can be corrective. Y'all, I'm not a doctor. I've never played a doctor on TV, but I have talked about a colonoscopy in some other videos, so I have done extensive research and learned that when you have a colonoscopy done, if they find things like abnormal cells and stuff or polyps, that they can take them out, and that taken out, my phone is ringing. Oh, that's the intern. I'll be right back. That was the intern calling to check on me. When I started my car at that, Lord have mercy. Remember the other day when we were going, when the intern was out of town and I hadn't driven my car in a week, and so I was driving it because I said he gets on me because my battery gets a little sketch. Well, today my battery was a little sketch. So I called him to see if the jump pack was at the house, which it was not. So he was calling me back to see if I had not left, he was going to bring it to me, but I obviously had already left. So if things go awry and my car won't start when it's time to leave, he's going to have to come do something. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So colonoscopy if there are abnormal cells, they can remove them and like interrupt that process of bad things growing. Those are technical terms, by the way. You might need to Google that if you're confused by my overly technical terminology. But y'all, I'm saying these things like jokingly, but I'm seriously not joking. Please do your preventative maintenance. Have your tests done. At certain ages, there are tests that we need to start having done to keep ourselves healthy and to detect things that are going wrong so that they can be addressed. Like if you have something wrong, it can be addressed. And I know that it can be scary. I have a friend who needs to go, and friend, if you're watching this right now, you need to go and have your prostate test done. But he doesn't want to do it because he's afraid of what they'll find. I'm a little more scared of what they won't find, right? Something that might be going on there that they won't find, and it just gets worse with lack of treatment. Again, I'm gesturing in unfortunate ways. So anyway, let me get down off my soapbox before I fall off of it and hurt myself. But y'all, please take care of yourselves and encourage your loved ones to take care of themselves as well. So I'm gonna go get my mammogram, which I'm not gonna vlog any of this, y'all, because I mean, obviously I would not vlog the thing, but like going in and doing all that, some people do that, and I think it's fantastic, and I think that it kind of can take the mystery out of it for people who are nervous about it. I am not gonna do that, simply out of respect for like the privacy of other people, because you know, there might be people who are there not simply for a screening mammogram, so they don't, you know. Anyway, so for that reason, I'm not gonna roll up in there with a camera. I mean, not that I have one of those big, like, you know, Fox 5 News cameras, but y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, so I'm gonna go get my mammogram. I'm gonna go pick up the Walmart, and then I will check in with y'all back at the house, and we will, it's not gonna be a big haul, it's just gonna be a little bit of stuff, but we will haul that little bit of stuff and we'll chat about what we might can do if we're having, you know, our little personal heat moments, what food we can eat to maybe lessen the effects of those hot flashes. All right, so y'all, I'll check back with you in a little while. Oh, or you know what, I'll come back if my battery's dead. When I come out, I'll come back and hang out with y'all while we wait for the intern. All right, so either way, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, y'all, we have made it back to the house. I obviously did not have to call the intern to come and save me, because you know I would have vlogged that. So I stopped and got the Walmart along the way. So let's haul that quickly. I just want to show you what I got. It's not a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go through that quickly, and then let's make some stuff. What did I say I was gonna make? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make some shrimp burgers, and then y'all, I wanna make some hummus. So let me show you what I got, and then let's get to cooking. All right, so I got a bunch of Greek yogurt, which has nothing to do with menopause. Y'all just know I live on Greek yogurt. I got soy milk. Y'all know that I eat Cheerios every morning, and I usually have almond milk in my Cheerios, but I have read that soy products contain some kind of compound that's been shown to help control hot flashes. So like tofu, edamame, soybeans, soy milk, those kind of soy products contain those compounds. Now, I also read a study that said a half a cup of actual soybeans every day reduced hot flashes in 85% of the women in the study, and that it was specifically soybeans and not edamame. But I don't know what to do with soybeans, and I know what to do with edamame. So I'm going to start off with edamame, see if I can figure out what to do with soybeans, and maybe work my way up. But I figure you start with what you know and then work your way up to what you don't know. So I also read that phytoestrogen-rich foods might help. And this is what I found a little disconcerting, because like carrots were on the list. And y'all know I eat so many carrots. Like I'll eat an entire one of these bags in a day, sometimes, of carrots. So carrots, apples are on that same phytoestrogen containing fruit list, or phytoestrogen containing foods list. Rice, which I used to eat rice all the time. I haven't been eating rice lately because I've been eating that mashed cauliflower, which cauliflower is also on another one of the lists. But rice, dried beans, lentils, all that stuff is on the list. So I guess any combination of those things maybe will help. Broccoli, spinach, Brussels sprouts. I got some Brussels sprouts. Cabbage. So I got shredded cabbage. Because y'all, I'm just going to be honest. If I get a big old head of like normal cabbage, it's just going to sit in my fridge and make my fridge smell like farts. And it's, sorry, that's gross, but it is. And then it's going to go bad. And then my fridge is going to smell like spoiled farts and I'm never going to use the cabbage. But if I buy this shredded coleslaw cabbage, I will put that in a salad. I'll just eat it as a snack. I will make that egg roll in a bowl. We made that together, right? Maybe we'll make some of that. But anyway, I'll use cabbage if I buy it shredded, but I just don't bother chopping it up if it's in a big old head. So cabbage, that is supposed to help me with my hot flashes. I got celery and bell peppers, which have nothing to do with my hot flashes, but I need them for my shrimp burgers, for which I also bought shrimp. Also not going to help me with my hot flashes, but cucumbers will help me with my hot flashes, and so will bananas. Now again, bananas, I eat a banana every day. So y'all, maybe these things that I'm already eating are already helping control my hot flashes, because, hang on, let me turn around so I can talk to y'all. There we go, now I can see ya. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but like my hot flashes aren't awful, and I take that Amberen, is that what it is, from the Walmart, like the over-the-counter pills. So they're fairly under control. Like I'll wake up a couple of times at night and I'm like roasting hot, and I'm like, why is it so hot in here? Why am I awake? Why am I sweating? Maybe I have to pee. So I'll get up and go to the restroom and come back and like want to kick the intern because he's sound asleep and we're like living in this sauna, and why is the air conditioner broken? Then I look at the thermostat and it's like 60 degrees in our room. So then I like calm down and cool off, and then I get back in the bed and go back to sleep. So I know that some women suffer a lot from hot flashes and they don't like get back in the bed and just go back to sleep. So maybe the fact that I do eat like a pound of carrots a day and I'm already eating apples. I did say apples, right, in my list. I'm already eating apples and I'm already eating bananas. So maybe the fact that I just already have these things in my diet, maybe that's already helping my hot flashes. And if I wasn't eating those, and if I wasn't already taking the over-the-counter medication, maybe I would be just like a flame. I don't know. But I'm going to add these other things to my diet, and maybe they will help a little more. But y'all, that's pretty much all that I got at Walmart, other than these cute little 4th of July cups, which have nothing to do with my hot flashes, but I was a good girl today and I went and got my mammogram done. So I figured that I deserved a $1.96 treat times 4. So that's that. Y'all, let me get these groceries put away. I'm going to do a quick workout to get the whole doctor's office feel off of me, and then we're going to make some shrimp burgers. I almost said shrimp steaks. What is a shrimp steak? Then we're going to make some shrimp burgers and some hummus, because y'all, I want to make some hummus. And a friend of mine mentioned that she hasn't been making hummus because she doesn't have a fancy food processor like I do. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to make hummus in a blender, like the $20 blender you can get at the Walmart. So I'm going to go work out, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to make some good Lord, now I'm saying steak burgers. Some shrimp burgers and some hummus. So y'all sit tight. All right, y'all, I finished my workout and I thought of a couple things I wanted to tell you before we get started with all this cooking business. One, I don't think I mentioned anything about points in that whole little mini haul. The fruits and veggies are obviously all 0 points. Now that soy milk is a little bit more pointy than almond milk. Almond milk, as I mentioned, is what I have been eating for a while, actually. So almond milk is 1 point for like a full-on half cup and 0 points for really anything less than half a cup. Soy milk is 2 points for half a cup and really 1 point for anything less than half a cup. I'm willing to take the hit on the points if the soy milk actually helps with my hot flashes. I went ahead and tried a little bit of it, and y'all, it's got a bit of a taste. Now, I don't know if it's a lot of a taste, and again, if it's going to help with my hot flashes, I think I can tolerate half a cup of that with half a cup of Cheerios every morning. But just be aware, to me at least, it's got a stronger flavor than almond milk does. So that's all I know about that. So let's get on this cooking. So like I said, I'm going to make some hummus. So y'all know I got my chickpeas. I'm not going to go through all the, you know what, I'll go through all the things after I make the hummus, but I'm going to try to make a roasted red bell pepper hummus. Remember we bought these roasted red bell peppers last week when we were on a hummus hiatus? Well, the hiatus is over, my friends. So I'm going to make a roasted red bell pepper hummus. Not really sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it and then I'll report back. So I'm going to do roasted red bell peppers. And y'all, I'm not roasting any red bell peppers. They came in a jar. I'm also going to do a chocolate hummus. And we did chocolate hummus before, but I used honey. And I told y'all last week that I had done it again and I used monk fruit sweetener instead of honey. So that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to do monk fruit sweetener instead of honey, and I'm going to use a little bit more almond milk so that it's sort of creamier and it's more like a brownie batter than when I made it before. It was kind of thick. So I'm going to make both of those hummuses, or hummus batters, both of those flavors of hummus, and I'm gonna make some shrimp burgers. Not really sure how that's gonna work out, but a shrimp burger is like a crab cake. So I'm gonna chop up some shrimp, probably gonna use the food processor, and then, I don't know, put in some other stuff, put some stuff in there to make it mush together, and then I'm either gonna grill it or I'm gonna cook it on the flat top, depending on how it comes out. So let me get to this, and then I'll report back. We'll taste all of these concoctions that I come up with, and I'll let you know how I made them. All right, so y'all hang on and I'll be back with some stuff for us to taste. Can y'all see this just absolute dumpster fire that my kitchen is right now? So let's taste test some stuff so I can clean this mess up. Let's start with chocolate hummus, cause yum. So this is chickpeas. I use half a cup of cocoa powder, and then I just dump in almond milk until I like the consistency. And I throw in monk fruit sweetener till it's sweet enough, then throw in some vanilla, and Bob's your uncle. And I already know that I like this because I've been eating it for like a week, but I'm gonna taste it anyway. I like it. Now, I didn't make it as sweet this time, but it's still really good. So obviously you can adjust the sweetener, and the sweetener is 0 points. So make it as sweet as you want it. I count this as a point for 2 tablespoons. I think that's about right. But again, we talked about this before. When you calculate the points of a recipe, you calculate it by how many servings it makes. So it's kind of hard to figure out. But anyway, that's the chocolate hummus. Now this is the roasted red pepper hummus. Let me grab some carrots. And let's see how this tastes. This is half a jar of roasted red peppers and then a can of chickpeas. And y'all, I didn't put in much of the reserve liquid in this one because you might have noticed when I mushed up the roasted red bell peppers, they like liquefied. So that made it really soupy to begin with. So roasted red bell peppers, chickpeas, tahini, a bunch of garlic. And I think that's it. I just mushed it up, and let's see what we got. Probably needs salt. I don't know why I don't put salt in when I'm making it. I always think it needs salt. That's really good. It's gonna be better when it's cold too. It's been sitting out on my counter for the past 30 minutes. Let's get on to the star of the show, and the thing about which I am the least convinced. I have no idea what these are supposed to look like or how they're supposed to be. This is what my shrimp burgers came out like. They were a little mushier, I guess, than I thought they were gonna be. So I just threw them on the Blackstone and just cooked them, so, you know, like in a frying pan or something. So all I did here was, in the food processor, I threw in shrimp, Dijon mustard, some Old Bay, some paprika, some garlic, well, a lot of garlic, and some salt. And then, so I mushed that up in the food processor, and then I kept out some of the shrimp and chopped it up bigger, folded that in, and then, again, I was a little like squeeged out because it was so mushy looking, so I mixed in some breadcrumbs. If I make this again, I probably maybe won't put in the breadcrumbs because then I ended up just throwing it on the flat top and cooking it kind of like a pancake anyway. But y'all look, here's what it came out as. Let's see how it tastes. There's what the inside looks like. Let's try it. Oh my gosh, y'all, that's actually really good. It's a little bit weird, but I mean, it's like pureed shrimp. It's gonna be a little weird. If I did it again, what I might do is leave more of it big, chop up the big pieces smaller, and then when I grind it, gross, when I food processor it, just use that to like bind together the other pieces, not put in any breadcrumbs. But I mean, really, if you're counting points on this, it's like a point because I didn't put in that many breadcrumbs and everything else is 0 points. But you can probably make it like legit 0 points, and just when you food processor it, just use that to like hold together the rest of the shrimp. But y'all, I've never had a shrimp burger, didn't even know they existed. Somebody mentioned it on a show that I was watching. I was like, oh, maybe we'll try that. But these are actually good. So y'all, you can throw these on a bun, throw them on maybe some of that light bread that we like, or stick it in a pita and make an actual meal out of this. So I'd say we're 3 for 3 on our recipe attempts for the day. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far, we're definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.